I really enjoyed this film. What a
Thank you.
fun movie to be part of, and
Totally.
shooting in so many great cities, but down here in New Orleans. First of all, what was that like shooting some scenes down here in New Orleans?
It was great. I mean, this is my second movie that I've shot in New Orleans, and so I knew the city pretty well. And the first time around, we stayed in a hotel that was a block away from Bourbon Street, so it was just madness all the time, and there was no escape. So this time around, I got an apartment in a quieter part of town, so I knew how to manage the city. And you realize that there is more than the French Quarter in New Orleans. There's like a lot of quieter, beautiful, clean spots. Nothing against the French Quarter. Anyways, I love this city. I don't know, it's one of these places where I come back and I go to my favorite restaurants and like they remember me and they know me and they treat you so nice. They really do make you feel like a local.
Talk to me about this film. Why did you want to be a part of all of this?
I wanted to be a part of this for a lot of reasons. I mean, you look at the cast, it's incredible. I mean, literally every single person, minus myself, is like someone that's. I bet every single person has been at least nominated for an Academy Award. Let me look around. I mean, I think so. And it's one of these things where I felt so fortunate to be around any of these people, let alone all of them at once. And then it was just cool to see how much they all still care, you know, and they all still work so hard, and they have all been established as great actors, and if they wanted, they could just phone it in for the rest of their careers, but they still try, and they want to give the best performance they can give.
Oh, that's a great answer. That's good to know about everyone there. But two, some of the skills that you learned for your character. Tell me just really quickly who your character is and what you had to learn to play this role.
Yeah, so I play Jack, and he starts off as this street kid who pickpockets people to get money, and so it's not the most morally sound thing to do in the world, but it's one of these things that he does it to get by. It's not like he enjoys stealing money from people. It's just he doesn't know how else to live, and then he gets accepted into this group of people with like where there's like a greater goal, and throughout the film though he's trying to prove himself to these magicians who are more established than him, and by the end, you know, he goes through maybe the most life-threatening stunts to finally find his way into the group and be an equal.
I was laughing. I just spoke with Morgan Freeman, and he's like, you know, in a way, I'm kind of glad I wasn't a magician in this movie because he said he doesn't have the dexterity. He's like, I would be horrible at it. How did you find yourself learning some of these card tricks and some of the things? Was that a struggle for you? But how did you?
I enjoyed doing it. I don't know if it's like from growing up like playing video games, like good motor skills or something, but I loved it, and I love that, you know, making movies, you have the opportunity to learn about certain random skills that you would never have time to do otherwise. And so I was at home, you know, every night after filming, watching TV and just practicing my sleight of hand moves for hours on end, and things that end up in the movie for literally 1 second, but it's like, at least it's real. I was like, that is not CGI, and I promise I practiced that trick for way too long.
You were excellent. I know they're going to wrap me up here in just a minute. I'm just wondering, for you, what do you think about? Oh, I want to talk really quickly about the director.
Yes.
Just the tone on set. It sounds to me like this was a really collaborative set. I know
Sure.
Things change from script to like
Sure.
final product, but what was that process like in getting your characters together and?
Louis fantastic. I mean, he really is the most charming, humble person in the world. And he is known as like a very visual director, and that is his forte, you know. And his stamp is all over this movie. And then in terms of the character, like he did want us to he obviously helped us along the way, but he wanted us to find our own character because he wanted some of our like real personalities to shine through, so they didn't feel like just cookie cutter characters or whatever. Not that they were written that way. Anyways. It was a different experience for me, though, with it being like this movie that is on such a grand scale where you have multiple cameras swooping in and out of every scene, and you almost don't even know like what the hell's going on because there are so many cameras and different angles, and then you watch the movie and you realize that Louis is so smart and he had a vision the entire time, and the camera during the movie, it never stops moving, you know, while you're watching it, and it makes the pacing amazing, and it makes the energy just, you know, remain throughout the movie.
That's perfect. Thanks. I know it's a wrap. Yes or no? Do you believe in magic?
Now I don't. I did before the movie. I just know all their tricks now.
Oh, does it
It's
make
sad.
life more boring?
It's
Oh.
sad. I know. I believe in escape artists. I don't know how they do it, so I still am like fully on board with that.
That makes me a little sad.
I
hope
know,
you believe in
trust
magic
me.
again. Thank
I
you
know.
so much. Nice to meet you.